want to show you what this thing does. Now what you see the viscosity of the oil right away, right? And we know this thing stinks. Now this is 5-to-1 diluted already, but you see immediately what happens. Look at what's happening with the oil right here.
5-to-1?
5-to-1 with water already. This is not even full strength.
Okay.
So what you see right away is it encapsulates the hydrocarbon and starts to address it. And you see what's happening on the outside.
It's breaking it up. It's breaking it up.
Yeah, typically it would do this with a dispersant.
Okay.
And all these things that corrects it is just a lighter hydrocarbon and salt. It's kerosene and salt. So what it does is it drops in the bottom
off
and it
without touching it. It's coming off that dry glass.
Right.
Watch your color
I see
change
that,
already.
yeah.
Look here. Watch your color change already.
See all the little dots? All the little pieces.
Sorry, I'll bring it for you
No,
as
I'll
well.
come around.
So let's say you're really in an environment where you see you have this going on. But remember, if this was, I want to give ourselves a worst case scenario. Look at this already. Watch out. What's happening is it's taking that hydrocarbon, breaking it apart, will not let it reform, and then the natural bacteria can be reintroduced. Now watch this. I'm not doing anything, Watch how this thing works on its own. Watch it, and it just starts to fire off anytime it comes in contact with the hydrocarbon. Now, one thing we didn't do, which we're going to do to give ourselves an even worse case scenario, watch what it does. Just starts to work. I'm going to put some more water. That's now turning into an inert product which you can use. Watch out. So here we have a spill in the sea. You're getting a color change already, so it's on its way to the beach or offshore. So there's no longer a possibility to cool down and turn into a tar ball.
And the dispersant, see, we have a problem with the dispersant being used in shallow water because it's carrying it down and dropping it on our reefs.
Exactly. And it's going to the beach where it's causing a further problem.
Yeah. Well, it's the
Watch this. Watch why it will not go subsurface. Look. See that? It won't allow it to go subsurface. And you'll see this thing is like a little animal. You'll see it just start to continue to work. Oh yeah. I wanted to use this one for it.
Huh? That
It's a little bit neater.
This is one of the things I like about it too. Now watch this. Just bring it into this corner. Oh, he's gonna freak out if I touch it with him.
You're right.
Good.
Just put a little bit
It's
right
hydrocarbon. Your hand should not be in it. Thank you.
Okay.
There's your solution.
Can you do that drop again for me? I'd like to show
Absolutely.
that place if you don't mind.
You're not gonna get a drop. By the time it hits
Yes.
the water, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah, you see it's gone.
No, I did. See, I got the drop.
Okay, good. Now, you see what's happening here? This thing will continue and continue and continue. There's nothing left there again. Now, what I want to do here, sprain a little bit more because I want you to really attest to something here. You know what this smells like, and you can smell it from here. But, smell it now. It's there still, but it's nothing like what it was before.
It is different. It is. It's
And what it's done now is to remove that
Always
vapor.
find towards your nose. Not stick your nose directly in those.
Okay.
That's a good idea, actually.
That's how it's done properly. Sorry, I'm a safety person. So
Oh, this
Yes.
is good, this
That's
is
great,
good, this
that's
is good.
great.
Listen, I'm here to learn as well, you know.
I'm sorry,
That's
you know me, I laugh.
the reason for fanning towards your nose, you have
Yeah.
the potential to move quicker. If you stick your nose into it and strong, it's
Yeah.
by H2S, you're down.
Yeah, you know that, but you're gonna go into it.
That's why you're down.
Right.
Okay.
So this now is no longer.
This is what I use for my safety guy, because if he doesn't know
I
how
don't
to
wanna
shut
say
up,
that, but if you wanna put it up, you will
he can't
see
shut
it.
up.
I can see the
He
grimace.
writes my
I can see
ticket,
the grimace.
but he keeps everybody safe.
So no, first of all, you've boomed the area and you've addressed the spill. Good, you've started to let it go to work. You keep your men safe by removing the risk of fire as well.
Right.
So and then you make your emergency call to the boss and you say, we have a real life problem, but we've done procedure-wise A, B, C, and we're now up to D. Tell us what's next. And that's what this is?
And now as that goes into the environment, it's in such a small molecules that it just like this, it just rips it apart and allows.
Can you do a test for me?
Sure.
If you don't mind. Sorry. If I was to add more water to that, would that give me a large range, something like this? And my reason for that is this. We have done it as a control in this state here.
Yeah.
If I add more water than now, that should give me more of a dispersion ratio of water to the item.
It should, and what you
I'm
might
just curious.
No, by all means, and what I'll say is that it could be a dilution thing, it's never, is it going to work or not? It works for sure, let's add some more water and see. I think the answer is yes, look how clear it is.
See, that for me is key, because in general, that's a selling point, because you're not technically allowed to use dispersants in harbors, because it's like a tub.
Yes.
So therefore, as a tub, therefore you have the opportunity to corral, encapsulate and remove,
Yes.
right? But there are times you may not have available to you the equipment to remove. If you can show that the potential is for that. Now, the other point with this, from my point of view, is it's broken down, it's not going to sink. You've got it at a point where you can now actually just remove that gritty material off the top there and dispose of it without issue.
Yes.
And that's
Now,
the reason I'm talking.
you could
And
also,
whatever gets away is already treated.
That's a fact.
but the other thing is that when it gets to this, we're dealing with a ceiling here or a flooring.
Yeah.
But when it's that particulate, you will get some basal density go subsurface.
Of course.
It will never recongeal to turn into a problem. So you won't get tar balls again. It will continue to remediate.
See, as I see this right now, right, that'll give, that's why I want to see that if it goes through the water table as an example. Because if it doesn't go through the water table, it's still on top, and it's an eyesore, you have to remove it.
Yes.
You understand my point? Yes, that's broken down, it's not going to sink, it's not going to give you any other issues. There are no flammable issues to consider, no toxic item, but you still have now from a
Press standpoint.
from a press point of view. I have a cruise ship here, guy. Listen, that's still, even though you treat it as not going, it's now coming.
See what it does?
Yeah, it's
See
broken
what it
down,
does?
but it's still there.
Yes, I know what you mean, color-wise. Now, if you have a diesel spill, you don't have anything in it.
Oh, you have.
It depends on the hydrocarbon.
Exactly, we understand that.
And I wanted to show this, which you typically do in Trinidad as well, because I don't want to leave and somebody says, what does it do with diesel, boy? Well, I think we've answered that question. If we do it with diesel, what does it do with oil? And we want to give ourselves a worst case scenario. But this is a truthful product.
And using fuel oil is better than using crude, from my point of view, because
course.
crude is a lot lighter in general,
Yes.
with the exception of low emulsion and the low APIs. Fuel oil is what we use here, typically a lot more movement of, and it tends to be one of the worst items to clean once it gets on rocks.
You're speaking?
Sorry?
Yes, I say you're speaking my language, I know it well.
It's good when you can talk to somebody and understand what you're saying.